1. A balancing act in Narendra Modi's visit to Riyadh. GS Paper 2. Bilateral, regional and global groupings and agreements involving India and affecting India's interests. Why recently in news? Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Riyadh reflects a resolve to deepen India's engagement in West Asia. The visit is expected to be followed by one to Israel. This demonstrates New Delhi's tightrope walking foreign policy towards the region. Significance of the visit to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has been a traditional source of energy and of remittances for India. Bilateral ties had acquired a security dimension, with both countries stepping up cooperation in counter-terrorism and intelligence sharing. This is a particularly good time to deepen ties when there are differences between Pakistan and Saudi Arabia over Iran. The joint statement issued by India and Saudi Arabia has an oblique reference to Pakistan, as it calls on all states to dismantle terror infrastructure where they happen to exist. Concerns. Even though the joint statement denounces all kinds of terrorism, the Saudis are accused of funding extremist groups in West Asia, particularly in war-torn Syria. There are some fundamental weak spots in India-Saudi ties, ranging from concerns about Indian workers in the kingdom to its funding of Wahhabi groups elsewhere, including in India. The aggressive role Riyadh is playing in regional geopolitics. Conclusion. There have to be mechanisms to address the flaws as well, without which the grand diplomatic overtures may not bear fruit. India would be wary of appearing partisan at a time when the rivalry between Iran and Saudi Arabia is at its peak. 2. CAG report questioning Krishna Godavari Basin investment. GS Paper 3. Resource mobilization. Why recently in news? The Controller and Auditor General, CAG, of India rapped the Gujarat State Petroleum Corporation for mismanaging its exploration and development activities. The state-owned PSU squandered away nearly Rs 20,000 crore. Claiming that the CAG had exposed the myth of Gujarat model and brand Namo, the Congress party also demanded constitution of a joint parliamentary committee, JPC, to examine Modi's role in a free and fearless manner. What is KG-D6 Basin? Krishna Godavari KG Basin is spread across 50,000 square kilometers in the Krishna River and Godavari River basins near the coast of Andhra Pradesh. The site Dirubhai 6, D6, is where Reliance Industries discovered the biggest gas reserves in India. In government records, the 7,645 square kilometers block is known as KGDWN 98-1. The KG Basin is considered to be the largest natural gas basin in India. Is it exploration or exploitation? CAG report released in 2011, initiated in 2007 but delayed due to non-cooperation, on performance audit of hydrocarbon PSCs castigated the Oil Ministry along with Reliance to retain its entire KGD6 block in contravention of the PSC. As per the PSC, Reliance should have relinquished 25% of the total area outside the discoveries in 2004 and 2005, but the entire area was declared as a discovery area, after initial objections, and the company was allowed to retain it. Without drilling adequate wells, Reliance kept on claiming that there was potential for petroleum. In CAG's words, this was done to confuse potential prospectivity with actual discovery of hydrocarbons. The move allowed Reliance to keep the entire area to itself without following the norms laid under the PSC. Why more investments are bad? CAG pointed out that as per the PSC, more investments, especially in initial stages, would mean more profit for the operator and less for the government. This structure gives inadequate incentive for operators to reduce capital expenditure and provides them with substantial incentives to front-end capital expenditure. Share of government profit varies from 85% in a low investment scenario to 5% in a high investment scenario. This explains the case of exaggerated investment made against Reliance Industries.